why don't we do something like different?
Yeah.
Like, why don't we, like, we have the most fun when we're creating something new. Like, yeah, maybe we weren't the first ones to do comedy skits or tattoo skits, you know, but I think we put our own flavor on it, and and it did create like a big wave.
Yeah.
Now everyone does it.
Absolutely.
You know, and like now we're like teaching seminars on it, and you know how to involve this like in your business.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm really excited, and the reason I'm talking about all this is because I think we've talked about, like, in our meetings every week, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about new things we can bring to the industry.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like old ways of thinking and how we can attack those old ways. Every meeting is, what new thing are we going to create?
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for next year, because Unemployable is going to get involved in all these conventions with new ideas. Because that's like, don't get me wrong, it was like, to be honest, all my dreams came true.
Yeah.
You know, with like, you too?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dreaming, dog.
What about you?
I'm still...
You dream?
I'm still dreaming. I'm still sleeping. No, dude, honestly, yeah. My dreams that I didn't know could happen came true being a part of this. I'm so
we never,
excited.
Like, built this to like do anything besides have fun. So really, it's just you know, whether it's like our super secret project we're working on, or whether it's like the commit. It's just like, I think we've experienced everything, and we're like, this is fun, this is fun, this is fun, this is not fun, this is not fun, and we continue with the things that are fun, and we put more energy into it.
Is that one of the pay-twos?
This shit can heal. And tell them about Take Two. Tell them what it can heal.
You have a problem that needs adhesive healing bandages?
Broken heart,
We got you.
childhood trauma. What's in the box? They got in my mouth. Does that burn your mouth?
Nope. If anything,
You heard it here first, folks.
fun to play with Anthony. I now feel healed, moisturized, and cleansed. Thanks to Pay2's foam.
What's this?
Pay2's breath mint. Pay2's products are environmentally friendly and don't hurt any animals in the making of it.
I've heard it's the best product in the world.
I've not heard that, but now I did thanks to John. Make the ugly go away with Pay2.
Let the heal begin with Take Two.
Are we ready?
I'm ready. Ready as I'll ever be.
Welcome to the Unemployable Podcast. There are many of you selfish watchers out there who come and go as you please. If you do me a favor and hit the like, subscribe, and maybe even leave a fucking comment, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Don't be selfish.
We got the boys today. This is a special day. You know, I think at one point we had talked about something pretty big, maybe making changes to the pod.
Sure.
And I think when we brought this up to Danny, he said something along the lines of, "That's great. However, we have guests booked out for 9 months. So see you then."
We'll see. We're approaching that mark.
Yeah. So we're kind of coming to the end of it where we like can change. But I really wanted, you know, I love doing the guests. I mean, how long have we had the pod going now? 2 years?
Yeah, like 2 years.
2 years.
Longer?
Episode 90 just dropped. 90.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
90 episodes.
And I mean, I love doing the guests sometimes, but I wanted to have more pods where it was just the boys.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, how many fucking new things can you say with each guest?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the people here watching might not always be interested in every guest.
That's true.
Fair.
Fair. So this is kind of like an announcement to the viewers. You might see like a little changes in the pod, you know, more episodes with you guys here.
Yeah.
Danny and what's your name?
It's
Alex. And, you know, we bring guests in, you know, as we see fit.
Yeah.
But like with the boys. Where are you guys at? We're 2 years in now.
It's been great. I love the progression, and don't get this podcast misconstrued. We love everyone we have on. We loved all the stories.
Sometimes.
Says Danny.
Sometimes.
Mind you, I've seen the raw footage. I've seen everything we do. I know what I clip out and what we like. But I think it's almost like the skits. If we're losing the momentum of fun, I kind of like start not making it that much of a priority in my day or my week.
Yeah.
I think it's really like the whole idea, even when we started the skits, was like, yo, let's have fun with our friends. Yeah. And that caught traction. That was really cool. And now we get to enjoy that with a bunch of people. And when we started the podcast, it was like a really cool idea to be a part of the industry and have other people kind of chime in. Yeah. And, you know, whether I've been on or just in the background, I'm usually always here. And at a certain point in time for me, it was just like, yo, this isn't fun. You know, it's like, this is like, it's fun sometimes it's not, it felt like I wasn't reaching maximum fun capacity, you know what I mean? Versus when it's just like us three chopping it up at the shop, off camera, on camera, making skits. Like, that is the most fun.
Yeah. I've learned.
Booked up so fucking fast.
Yeah. We had new like guests. Most of them, you know, we did our research and we looked up, but some were just a surprise, which is great. It's awesome to find out someone like point blank. As you're meeting them, you're learning all about them.
Yeah.
But I've also learned that it could be so much more than a tattoo podcast. So much more. And that's why I think the Unemployable brand itself can go in so many different directions.
Yeah, like it was fun getting to interview like pretty much. We interviewed every tattoo artist that I wanted to from the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then it was just kind of like more and more, make it up as you go. Yeah. I mean, flying one person in a week, doing research on them, creating a cool interview is a lot of work.
Yeah, and then it's but then it's also even like the off-camera stuff, which it's always a pleasure to have homies and have new people at the shop. But then it's also which I think anybody can relate to. It's like having someone at your house. Yeah. And you want to make sure that they're good, that they're taken care of, that they're comfortable. Yeah. You know, and it's like that in itself gets tiring when you're doing it every single week, a new person.
Yeah. And like really, like chopping it up with you guys is most of the time more fun. I mean, you're friends, you know, don't get me wrong. Some of the guests are fucking awesome, but you don't know. Some of them aren't awesome, you know, point blank.
You don't know who's in front of me, if they're being the real them or the TV them.
Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking like we have, you know, our guests picked out for future, obviously, but maybe we're only bringing on like crazy guests.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yeah. I think it's also like I think we've also, and it's been really cool, right? Like we've taken this whole almost like informative type of feel. Like, yo, get to know this person, get to know the style, get to know how they tattoo versus like, and again, it's kind of like the off-camera shit that we think is fun. Like, even if we have a guest, it's like, yo, why don't we take like a relaxed feel for a second and just kind of, just kind of like chop it up. You know what I mean? Just like have fun, conversation, talk about fucking
just
whatever.
Like follow our own stories.
Yeah.
You know,
like people learn about us and what like we want to talk about.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to ask the opinion of someone we really don't know. So we have to kind of stick to a certain routine of questions we ask. And again, love every single person that's been on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I love
says Danny.
I love 90% of everyone that's been on the podcast.
Or like 60.
And it's just like we've made a lot of friends. We've learned a lot of stories, some that people will never get to tell. But I just think change is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to just, keep doing what we're doing.
What is something that amazing that happened that you didn't think would happen from the podcast?
You almost got laid by a stripper or by a porn star.
That almost did happen.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Alex Adams. Yeah.
You were this close?
Bro, dude.
That's huge.
I know.
Big gap.
Well, I also say this is huge. Dude, honestly, I think like the coolest thing that has come out of it is like when we go and travel. Like we became like the skits happened, the podcast happened, but I feel like we became like a staple, in what the tattoo industry is right now. And I think that's super cool.
That's cool. I kind of knew that would happen. I mean, because we were literally like the only tattoo podcast, and like we are the biggest in the world, I think. And I'm not even saying like we're a huge podcast. It's just there's not that much competition.
Sure.
We're
a monopoly.
So it was like, I think we knew that. What I didn't expect to happen was the crazy networking that it built. Yeah. Because it's fun to have everyone on and do the interviews, but yeah, it always does turn into a lunch, a dinner, whatever, and it turns into a business deal, a friend, a new travel experience. Yeah. And I don't, good or bad, like, because when we started, I was like, damn, I don't know anything about the tattoo culture or what's going on in the tattoo world.
Sure.
And now I feel like I literally know everyone's secrets. No, I know all the secrets, bro. Yeah. All the stuff Danny had to edit out, or the things that, you know, you go drinking, you hear later, you know.
What did Capon needed?
Yeah. So pretty much what I'm saying is, if you don't want to be exposed, you better send me like a ton of money.
We hold the secrets.
Yeah.
And I know I probably know this more than anybody, but is there a conversation that we've had that you guys didn't see come to light? And I kind of...
What do you mean?
Like, I think our biggest...
like something got exposed on here?
Yeah, and I really hope I still have the audio for it. But when Cam did drugs, he had a full-blown panic attack. Like something that you haven't seen resurface.
Oh.
A situation, if you can remember, that I was like, I cannot put that up there.
Cam discussing the Holocaust.
While he was
really fucked up. Ham just on the topic of the Holocaust. Ham on the topic of the Holocaust while he was really high.
Like you mean episode just going south?
Yeah, like you're like a moment where we all looked at each other. If you can remember one, be like,
we can't get.
Oh yeah, I mean, do you want me to use names?
Yeah, who cares, dude? Yeah. This is us now.
It's
just the boys.
I mean, there were like when a couple artists are like describing their process.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you're making yourself look really bad. And then me trying to like divert it to help them and realizing they're a lost cause and just letting them shit on themselves. That happened a couple times.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, you know, whether it's like people saying like how they're not prepared for tattoo, like great tattooers, not prepared for tattoos, like, oh, I'm fucked up while I'm doing it, or like, I'm trying to overcharge them. Or
you're like,
just like, damn, dude, like you're saying that right now, like,
dude, I'm drunk right now, dude.
Yeah, we had one of those.
We did have one of those. That was honest.
Was that rain?
Yeah,
that was rain, dog.
Is it raining right now?
It literally just
fucking just washed my car, bro.
God's about to wash it again.
You laughing at me, Fritz? Huh? That's what I fucking thought. That's what I fucking thought, dude.
Yeah, Fritz is now the official voice of the podcast.
Was that hair, dog?
Yeah. So
look at that shit. It's not greasy.
So we have Fritz. We have Fritz in the back, mic'd up secretly.
What was something terrible that happened that you didn't expect to happen?
My interview with Andy Foe.
Off camera?
No, on camera.
Why? What happened?
I was freaking out because I was mad late. And the entire time.
Oh, that whole episode was fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he flew in on time. We were all... What was that situation?
I think it was... nobody told me we were going to film that day.
Right.
I didn't know. This is before we all shared calendars.
And we flew in Andy Foe.
Yeah. I didn't know anything.
One of my favorite.
Common mix-up.
No, I'll tell you a really good mix-up with Andy Foe.
Oh, yeah, that one was really good.
Which I found out yesterday while watching Ink Master. No, I literally got there. I didn't get to shower, so I felt like shit, and I did not know anything of Andy. Thank God he was a fucking delight. Andy, you're the man.
Oh, yeah, it couldn't have happened to a cooler person.
Yeah, I was progressively...
It almost makes you feel worse.
Almost having a panic attack when I first got there.
Yeah.
I knew you were upset. I knew Andy was really cool about it, but I didn't know him yet, so I'm like, maybe he just hides his fucking his anger. And I found out he's a monk, so...
Well, I was there 2 hours early, so him and I just talked. So we pretty much got all the good stuff out, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I never do that shit. That's never happened. So I legitimately was freaking out that day. And the fact that John was like, yo, you're going to be on. I'm like, fuck. Like, I didn't want to be.
That shit always happens. I mean, just last week in New York, like, we were running interviews and all kinds of bullshit, bro. Like, dude forgot mics, and we found mics. They were the ones that attached. Fucking Jordy drove away with the mic.
He drove?
Yeah, we call him. He's at the fucking Brooklyn Bridge. We're like,
how long did it take you to notice that the mic was gone?
He went fast, bro. Damn, it took us like 5 minutes to notice it was gone, but he must have left the interview and went right to his car. Then we went to his station. He's not there. We see he's all broken down. Now we're at 10 minutes. Then we have to get his number. Turns out he got a new number. So by the time we get a hold of him, it's like 20 minutes.
Damn.
So
I'm on a Brooklyn Bridge, dog.
bro, but it's like all the time, and you don't see that shit. And what a fucking headache it is, because it's like momentum going.
Yeah.
So I'm running these interviews like back to back. I got this good momentum going, and then it's just pause for 30 minutes, and you sit there and you like lose it.
Well, yeah.
And then you got to fucking turn it back on.
That's honestly a whole nother part of the podcasting, because all three of us have a really close relationship, and
Speak for yourself.
me and Danny and I have a really close relationship, but like we all know each other's sense of humor, and we all know when we're on or not. So there's been so many times that I show up to the podcast and I just look at John, and I know he's not in a funny mood, because he and he's just like, oh,
Your boy doesn't look up until we start filming.
Yeah, I have to
Because
go
there's
like,
so many times that I've felt unprepared.
yeah.
That I show up, I don't know who the fuck this person is. I haven't read the notes on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, here goes nothing.
Welcome back to the Unemployable
Because I know
Podcast.
when in doubt, I can just rip on Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but that was like another thing I wanted to bring up that's cool is like, at least for me, when I'm on, I do like to, because I like talking to people, so I know kind of how to ask a question and like get something.
Yeah.
But there's so many times when a joke is in my head,
Yeah.
but I can't say it because I
Or
don't know if
sometimes
it's safe.
Yeah, not appropriate.
Yeah, I have
It's
no,
like too funny.
yeah, like, because I'm hysterical.
Right.
With you and Danny, I know I can almost say whatever, and if it's not funny, no one will laugh.
Dude,
but
sometimes I think about God in heaven. Right?
What does he look like to you?
What?
Does your God look like to you? Is it a light? Or?
stop
Why is
it,
a lawyer
dude.
calling me right now?
Dude, I'll answer. Nah, we
Val?
all know
Yeah.
her.
Do you need her?
Maybe.
Hold on. Do you mind if I answer this?
Yeah, take it,
Cut
take it.
Quick
out.
pause.
Take it.
Cut.
Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much. Okay. What were we talking about?
We were talking about knowing each other's sense of humor and like being safe, and then you said sometimes I think about God.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, bro. This happens often. What do I picture God as?
Yeah.
I think like typical old man with beard, but in a cartoon form. I never think of him as
Like
human
Family
form.
Guy, like Family Guy God.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Family Guy God.
No.
And I think he has people up there because he'd be like lonely. Maybe it's Jesus. Maybe it's like this. I don't know. He's got a posse.
Yeah.
You got a crew.
But I think he's retired. You know,
Yeah.
like this is his business. He opened it. It kind of like runs itself. Maybe he like let Jesus try to take it over,
Jesus.
but he
fuck
still has
God.
eyes on it.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when he gets like drunk with the boys, he opens the clouds. And he goes, look at this one. And he points at Alex, and he's like, I didn't even make him. He's like,
He's gonna slip through the
I
cracks.
don't know how he got there. but he's so weird to watch. And they're like, watch. And then they all watch him. And they're like, this guy is crazy.
You're like the Truman Show.
And sometimes they like fuck with him a little bit. And then they like feel bad. And then they just give him stuff. So Alex's like life consists of the higher ups fucking with him. And then they feel bad and they just like give him mercy, bro. You know?
Flat tire.
Yeah. And they're like, whatever, here's a job. You know?
How did you feel about God before you got into recovery?
Wait, I don't want to talk about that. What I actually did want to talk about is, besides the God thing, I already brought that up. Like where everyone's at now, you know, like compared to when we started the podcast, you know?
I think we should address the skinny lizard not in the room.
Oh, I have one on my hat.
No, I meant Cam.
Oh, yeah. Because that was a thing. That's been a thing. Like everyone's been asking for Cam. Obviously, Cam was involved a lot more prior. Where is Cam?
So, I think Well, Cam's, not posting on Instagram, but he's Cam's tattooing. Cam's still at the shop. Like, he's still involved in that sense. But I think it was just like a natural kind of like fade out.
Well, I think it was like he wanted to put all his focus on tattooing.
Yeah.
And maybe a little less on the content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to be funny with Cam because I think he takes tattooing very serious. Sure. So if you're like getting in the way of that, like it might be a little easier for me to say because it's so, like tattooing's so comfortable. Yeah. I can do a million things while I tattoo. I'm not stressed about tomorrow's appointment. And it's easy to forget that he's still like young and like gets nervous and wants to be over prepared and like all this stuff. And I didn't want to fuck with that process.
Which they're inherently good traits to have.
And then this thing continued to grow, and it's like, hey, whoever's involved, you're full time here, or you're not.
Yeah.
You can come in for little cameos. But
good pun.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I think at one point I felt like we were trying to push Cam to do something he wasn't comfortable with, which is something we ran with purposely for a while because we like to see him uncomfortable, especially in front of people.
It works like when we need an apprentice, we got a role and whatever.
Yeah, he was your opposite, so there was this kind of attraction, but we've all learned to take social cues to like progress a conversation with someone who's really not into it as much as we were hoping. So you would always look at Cam and be like, what do you got to say? And he'd regurgitate exactly what you guys just said. Loser.
And then also he'd be like, bro, I'm so excited for this guest. And I'd be like, cool, what research did you do? And he'd show me. He'd be like,
Instagram.
And he'd be like, tattooing for 7 years.
It'd be their Instagram bio.
Yeah. And like, I think he really did like try hard, but I'm like, that's fucking boring. And then when it would like come time to show up, I think he would get like nervous.
Well, I think it was that. I think it was also like Cam had when it came to like people that like guests that came on, if he looked up to them, it's like intimidated because I really look up to you and admire you in that sense.
And he's like, I'm in the same industry.
Yeah. So it was also like kind of crossing the, like for me, I don't really care. Like, I think I'm a big fan of like comedy, you know what I mean? And I'll say whatever, I'll do whatever in the content. Cam was also rightfully so in some regard, like, kind of worried about his image and maybe not being taken seriously as a tattooer.
He's like gay or whatever.
Yeah. And look, he got bit by the gay bug.
Well, like,
dude.
what if you came in one day to shoot a pod and I had like 3 of your most highly ranked chefs sitting in the room?
Yeah, dude.
How would you feel?
I would be super intimidated. But
we were all like laughing. I'm like, yeah, what a loser. And then we all look at the door and we're like, here he is.
I honestly think.
And then you like sat down and who's a chef you really love?
Anthony Bourdain?
Yeah, let's say Anthony Bourdain's here. And, you're like, hey, I'm Alex. And he's like, hey, Alex. And he like looks at me and he's like, hey, Alex.
I like in your world that you think people think you're cool.
What, am I going to be like you? Your fantasies are probably literally like you have a daydream of a girl and you're like, what's up? And she's like, ew, you're gross. And then she walks away and you're like, better luck next time.
Dude, she totally wanted to fuck, dude.
No, that was my great white buffalo.
You have low self-esteem. That's probably
hey, man. Hey, dude, fucking. You're right, dude.
And then you like look back and your dad's there and he's like, proud of you, son. And you're like, Dad, can you listen to me? And then you like take your pants off and start jerking off.
Okay, all right. That's got it.
And then I'm like, Alex, and you're like, whoa. And I'm like, what are you thinking about? And you're like, nothing.
Dude, I'm curious to know what your dad looks like because I met your 2 other brothers and I would not think.
I don't ever. Hold on.
John doesn't want to see.
What
my
do you
dad.
picture?
No. I don't want.
I don't want to see it right now. I don't want to see it right now.
Let there be some mystery.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
The first brother I met was at the hockey
also
game.
don't know what his dad looks like.
John's
What do you
Legend
picture?
has it. What?
What do you picture?
God.
His dad?
Family Guy God.
I think like Burt Reynolds or some shit.
Dumpster guy.
Dumpster Guy's my
Maybe
dad.
secretly Dumpster Guy is
My dad.
in the short series.
For those of you who don't know,
don't give away too much.
John and I are working on a super secret project that involves a character called Dumpster Guy.
Okay, I like that.
No wonder I didn't get the reference.
You would if
You would have.
you were involved.
I listen to your stories. Give my inputs.
Danny, now, I mean, you went from volunteer pretty much to managing like 3 or 4 different like social media companies, essentially. Alex, you went from being overweight and drunk to not drinking.
Underweight
Like a
and
piece of shit, dude.
No, but to like literally showing up to the shop drunk as a client to now you're involved in the skits and you're part of Unemployable.
Yeah.
You know, as like an actual
Member.
Yeah, that's good.
you make dreams come true.
Yeah, John,
Honestly, we faked it
John's
till we
like
make it.
John's like Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, only go after like people that are really fucked up.
Yeah.
Bro, we should go.
You're like John Cena to kids with Down syndrome.
All right, hold on. If we started a Make-A-Wish Foundation, what would our target audience be?
Kids with Down syndrome.
Yeah, we just show up at their house.
Yeah. I mean, don't get it twisted. Kids with Down syndrome are probably my favorite race, dude.
Okay.
That's my favorite religion.
No. I fucking love kids that are special needs.
God right now with his voice is like, what did I tell you?
You fucking never know what this guy. No, dude, those kids fucking rock, dude. But I think it'd be cool for us to just show up to their house and like take them bowling. That'd be fucking.
I feel like I'd be perfect to be like coach them at like a Special Olympics.
I did that. I swear to God, unironically,
Did
dude.
you wear a whistle?
Some say appointed leader. I say coach. But I was like for like 3 years, I would volunteer at like Special Olympics head coach.
Can I give you a scenario?
Yeah.
And tell me how you react. So there's a baton race.
Alex, shut up.
Listen up. All right, there's a baton race, and your boy's in front. Then he takes a tumble.
Alex, that's your boy.
You're making him feel bad.
Wait, this is the first runner?
All
right, so he falls. He goes, ow.
So he's injured.
But he is still so far. Listen to me. He's still far ahead that you know if you encourage him, he can still win.
Yeah.
There's hope.
Yeah, he fell holding the knee. Ow. And then you're right there on the sideline because they let you run next to him.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this one they do.
Wait. Like I'm on the like this is the track. Like these are the lanes,
You can't follow what he's saying.
And I'm over here. Or am I literally right next to him?
You're running along.
You're on the grass.
Oh, okay.
You can't go on there.
Yeah.
You're not an athlete.
So he falls. What are you telling him to get? What are you telling him to tell him to get back up, buddy?
You're not a good coach, bro.
Broken femur.
I'd probably. I mean, honestly, I'd probably yell
like
at him.
this. You know, Cartoon God.
How'd you apply for this? What were the qualifications?
So I was like 15.
They told me I couldn't compete in normal Olympics.
So I was like 15 and I needed a job. So it started with a summer job working at like a school almost.
Why?
Like it was like being like a counselor at like a summer camp for kids with Down syndrome, autism, or whatever.
Special abilities.
With the kids with superpowers. Yeah. And then from there, it was like, oh, some of them wanted to participate in Special Olympics. So I volunteered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing now?
Well, now
he's the athlete.
now I'm training for the upcoming race.
I worked hard at something.
Well, no, now, I mean, yeah, from very drunk client wrecking the shop. No, dude, now I'm doing like basically both of my passions, which I think is really cool. So I'm like cooking and I'm still masturbating a lot, and I'm still separating a bunch of time to like commit as hard as I can to filming and doing the content. And, you know, whether it's participating in our weekly meetings, in our writers' rooms, or just doing the podcast, or being here for skits, like...
You like doing that?
Bro, it is that shit almost equals with cooking for me. Like, I love it.
You know, we should see some big changes in Empire, New York convention next year.
Yeah, that is going to be a lot of fun.
I mean, I'm excited this weekend going to Australia. I'm going to check out the Iron Gate. When this launches, I'll probably be in Australia.
You'll be there. This is your first time going Iron Gate, right?
Yeah.
How are you feeling going down
I'm
under?
really looking for the flight, forward to the flight.
How long?
16 hours.
Oh,
well,
first
I have to fly to California, which is 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And then Marquise and I are going to hit that lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, boy.
I'm a lounge whore, bro.
Yeah.
Now I got the fucking priority pass. When we were in, where were we? Netherlands or Germany? They tried to deny me. They said, because it's a one time I forgot the fucking physical card I used to always carry it around. And they're like, get the digital one. So I had to do that. I was determined that Chris and I were getting into that lounge.
Yeah.
And we fucking
What is it, Amex?
That was like a branch. Amex has Centurion, and then if you fly Delta with Amex, you can hit the Delta Sky. But then they have a bunch that are under their branch, and you get the priority pass, which allows you into others.
I snuck into the Sky Lounge.
How'd you sneak in?
Because I was...
You're slow, and you're easy to spot.
No.
Okay.
I was traveling to... This is when I left to go to that Food and Wine. I literally just looked like I was part of a family. Like a whole family was getting into an elevator, and I just walked into the elevator with them. They had macaroons there. That shit fucking rocked.
What airport?
This was at Fort Lauderdale.
Which lounge?
They have a Sky Lounge there?
There's a lounge somewhere in there.
What lounge?
Yeah, the waiting area.
That I don't
right by the
know
terminals.
what it was somewhere. I was in, and it took me up an elevator. And I went into this room where there was free food and coffee, and people looked important there.
It was probably a convenience store. It's a Starbucks. So you stole a bunch of
That'd be hilarious.
Whatever. I believe you.
I don't.
Tier has been a lot of that, which is interesting. Like it's so beyond tattooing. We were trying a bunch of new things.
Yeah.
You can look at it with fresh eyes and be like, why don't we do something different?
Yeah.
Why don't we we have the most fun when we're creating something new. Maybe we weren't the first ones to do comedy skits or tattoo skits, but I think we put our own flavor on it, and and it did create a big wave.
Yeah.
Now everyone does it.
Absolutely.
And now we're teaching seminars on it, and how to involve this in your business.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited, and the reason I'm talking about all this is because I think we've talked about in our meetings every week. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about new things we can bring to the industry.
Yeah.
We're not talking about old ways of thinking and how we can attack those old ways. Every meeting is what new thing are we going to create? Yeah. And I'm really excited for next year because Unemployable is going to get involved in all these conventions with new ideas. Because that's don't get me wrong. It was to be honest, all my dreams came true.
Yeah.
With you too?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Dreaming, dog.
What about you?
I'm still...
You dream?
I'm still dreaming. I'm still sleeping. No, dude, honestly, yeah. My dreams that I didn't know could happen came true being a part of this.
And then it's what happens when those come true? It's well, let's make some new
Let's
dreams.
dream.
Yeah.
And I think that's... And I think it's important, too, when we're talking about rebranding or, kind of changing things up,
It's not rebranding.
It's not even rebranding. It's really just that. And what's cool is I feel when people, especially content creators, when you look at change, people are like, oh, are they gonna are they trying to just capitalize on what they had?
Right.
And it's like you said, it's no, actually it's a complete opposite. We're cool, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Let's bro, I'm so
we never,
excited.
Built this to do anything besides have fun. So really it's just, whether it's our super secret project we're working on or whether it's the commit, it's just I think we've experienced everything and we're this is fun, this is fun, this is fun, this is not fun, this is not fun. And we continue with the things that are fun and we put more energy into it.
And the conventions next year are going to be so much fucking fun, dude.
Well, and I didn't like going alone.
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I have my people that like I travel with, and they're great, and it's fun to see. But every time I'm like on the road, I'm like, damn, I wish the boys were here.
Yeah.
You know, so to see that probably happening more often next year, like I'm really looking forward to it.
Dude.
Because I want to fuck those conventions up.
Yo, and like that's, bro, dude, I don't know about you, but for me, like that was like just my goal, like being in my 20s was like, I want to travel.
You're like 23.
Dude. But like when
You're not even in your 20s.
When
yet,
I
25
entered,
is your 20s.
When I entered, like
28 is your 30s.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase. When I moved out, like everybody was a part of like when I moved out of my parents' house and when all that stuff happened, the goal was like, I just want to go experience shit with like my friends.
Oh, when you started this, you were living with your parents.
I was living with my parents.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you have a girlfriend.
Now I have a girlfriend.
And you live with Adrian.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
God, I wish one of those things wasn't true.
Your girl?
Adrian. So no, but like it was like, yo, let's like I want to travel because you would tell me all these fucking stories of you and Chris traveling, or you and Scott and the Fat Mermaid boys all like go. I'm like, yo, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And you got to come soon, because I'll be honest, like, you know, I'm about to be 33. I'm starting to slow down a little bit when I'm out.
Back
there.
hurts, dog.
Yeah,
I can't
my back
eat shit I
hurts.
used to.
How old are you?
34.
I did it though last week when we were in New York.
Bro, you guys are gross.
I sharted the other day, bro. I was upset.
Oh,
bro,
me too. It's
I'll
all
be
good.
honest. Sometimes, like when I look at you, Alex,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
get
At
jealous
first, I
of my
get
hair?
angry, and then I just like get sadness, bro.
Well, let me break
Like
that
if I
down
had
for
to
you.
walk around, like, and then it makes me think like. This is the scary part. I wonder if I was like you when I was your age.
were.
And I'm so embarrassed.
But I want you to understand something right now
What?
on this podcast. You were exactly like me at my age.
How old are you? 23?
Yeah.
When I was 24, I owned borrowed time.
I'm a year away. I'm a year away from owning something if I am following a new
I had an
path.
Audi A4.
You know what I have? Friends.
Yeah, piece of shit Tacoma.
Okay, first off, dude.
When I was 23, I lived alone.
Yeah, when you were 23, fucking 8,000 years ago, the cost of living was also like $200.
Yeah, but I could have said that like to my dad. You know, it's like, cool. Things go up, bro. Get with the program.
Get with the program.
Make more money, bro.
Yeah,
Grow up.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I should just
When I was 23, I had sex.
Really?
Me too.
Bro, you told me that didn't happen until later. You too?
Yeah.
Like with a consenting woman, not my dad.
Oh, fuck this. Fritz, can we cut this, bro? That's embarrassing.
Danny,
dude.
what were you doing at 23? You had a full-time job with benefits, right?
Yeah, bro. I was working for the judicial system.
Ever heard of that?
I've been to one of those.
Yeah. So I was solving murders, dog.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, you
That's
know how
so
hard it
cool.
was. I used to be a criminal clerk, so I would get all.
Alex was trying to figure out how to spell there. And when it was appropriate to
I'm
use.
picturing you at the counter and just criminals coming up and buying stuff.
Yeah, I'm like showing the fucking
Yeah.
evidence and shit. I already know what happened, dog. I
Bro,
know
God's
the
looking
ending of the
down
story.
at Danny and I, and he's like, I think they know. I think they know I didn't create Alex.
But I was living with my mom. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's awesome.
Yeah, but you're like Latino. Isn't that like different?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you? You're
Yeah, she
that
lived
too?
with me, dog.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm that.
Right. That's like medieval times. Like everyone, the family would live together. It was very common.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some say we're moving
like
back
I'm the
towards
only
that.
one that's left my house.
Your older brother's still there?
All of them are still there, except for my oldest, who was never there.
Alex and I have been very close the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean physically. I don't mean as friends.
I
Like he's
kissed
just
Sean.
been near me.
Yeah.
And Chris, who's not here on the podcast right now.
Behind me.
For years, we have told Alex these things. Like we're goddamn fortune tellers.
Yeah.
If you do this, this will happen.
Yeah.
And he does it.
And you always do
it.
it.
Blows up in his face. So what I'm trying to get at is you could be so much farther along. You could.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda,
The
dog.
potential's there.
Well, here's the thing.
You know what potential is, right?
But here's the thing.
What is it?
The potential to be something.
It's when
That's
the
gross.
thing it's what you say when the thing in front of you isn't good enough.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did tell me that. Because there was one time I was like in a somewhat relationship with a girl, and I'm like, bro, she has such good potential. And he's like,
I remember.
He's like, potential is what's one in front of you isn't good enough. But I will say though, I think in the past year, I think I've taken a lot more of your.
I'll give you
direction.
this. In the last year, you haven't been making the same mistakes.
I've been making a lot of new mistakes. Which
I
are
think
good.
is really
That's growing.
Let me ask you this. I think Danny makes sense in the podcast. He's very qualified for this, even if it is tattoo related.
Sure.
He's dealt with like every fucking tattoo artist there is, has some relationships with the artists that I don't even have.
Sure.
He's fucking sponsored by some of the companies, which is astonishing that he has tattoo sponsorships and he's not even a tattoo artist.
Sure.
Right? Like he's earned his seat at the table.
I think I earned my seat.
What's qualified you? For the viewers. They're like, why
the
is
viewers.
this fucking weird nipple Down syndrome?
Okay. First
half
off,
Chilean?
that's another teaser to our super secret project.
Okay. Qualified.
Why am I
Why are you here?
qualified?
Why did you just start showing up in the videos? Why is your shirt always off?
I thought you'd never ask. What qualifies me to be here? Well, one, I think I have a lot of those similar relationships with a lot of artists.
I agree.
How
do you get those?
Being around the shop. One, everybody thinks I'm a tattoo artist or that I'm an apprentice.
Well, you worked at the shop for a while.
I worked at the
I
shop.
guess you still do.
I was full time at the shop for at least over a year.
Yeah.
I was full time at the shop. I go to conventions. I partake in the culture and the community. I think like I was essentially just like a shop assistant or like, counter boy.
You've done all the low end roles of a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
And some of the mid range as well.
Yeah. I think I like to think, without being like a dickhead, like I like to think that when it came down to like knowing the product, I think I learned the product pretty well.
Dickhead.
which was tattoos. But no, really, dude, just like going to conventions and shit.
Is
bro.
it a
I'm like,
passion for you, the tattoo culture?
Oh, dude, unbelievable. Like for real. It is. It's one that I didn't know existed, but it's the same reason I fell in love with the cooking industry.
With this upcoming year, we're almost at the end of the year. We reached the end. We're at this point now where we have like a lot of freedom, and we're gonna be creating new things. Everything from like I want to do the Apprentice Wars. I want to fucking continue working on this super secret project series. We're gonna be traveling more. What do you want to see next year? Like changes.
Honestly, I just want it to go back to be more comedic, more community involved, and just us having a little more exploration of ourselves.
Did we invite too many people to our house?
I don't think we invited too many. I just, for what we want to do, that kind of like stunted us a little bit.
Yeah.
There was a lot of ideas and different, things that we wanted to do, but with our schedule being full out, like completely full to the end of the year, it hindered a lot of our ideas. I want to change everything. Yeah. I love the podcast. I love meeting everybody, but I feel like there's something bigger that we're about to, form.
Yeah.
And we're going to ascend.
I am crazy excited for Unemployable being at all the conventions.
Yeah.
Like I know we were there and we were like running our own podcast and like even in New York, like doing our own interviews, but like them next year letting us literally make changes at the conventions and create new designs and new games and competitions and personalities.
Yeah.
So some of the, I think, like the things we talked about for New York, and I think all three of us might be going. That's going to be insane.
That show, we're going to blow some shit out of the water.
I've never been more excited for anything in my life.
Oh my God. Dude, it feels like Christmas.
I'm not even saying that it's going to be this like game changing. I mean, it's going to be insane.
It's going to be fun.
Just because it's going to be fun.
It's gonna be so
we're
much
doing.
fun.
I'm not even saying people are going to like it.
Yeah, no. Dude, you guys can
might
fucking
cause
hate
problems.
it, dude.
Yeah. But honestly, just the ability for us to say a bunch of stuff and they go, you know what? Fuck it. Run it.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Well, I think all three of us have like a really big passion at the end of the day for like comedy.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it like boils down to. I think all three of us really love being on camera and making content and making funny. Dude, all the shit.
Making whoopee?
Making funnies. All the shit next year that we have even just talked about. Bro, it's literally just gonna be fun the whole year.
Yeah.
Traveling
We
together.
get to show our
Go
real
like this
selves.
real quick.
You got something in your teeth?
What happened?
You like this? I want to see your teeth line. You kind of have weird teeth.
Yeah, I do.
Let me see.
It's like the top one's smiling, and then so is the bottom one.
What do I look like?
Yours are good.
Yeah, yours are fine. Yours are super
You
straight.
see yours again?
John's are super straight. Bro, you look so fucking freaky.
Fucking predator.
Bro, you look freaky.
Oh, dude, yeah, I am. I do look freaky. Just I can't help it.
What's this hat you're wearing? It says basement?
Yeah.
Is that where your dad touched you?
It's a band. I had a pet lizard on it.
Say what's up.
Monty. He's shy.
He's just chilling there? Is he just going to die on that?
Bro, he's been chilling here for like 3 hours now.
What's your hair look like right now? Did you get a cut? Or
No,
it's
not
busted?
yet.
That's good.
I can't afford a haircut right now.
I can't afford a hairline right now.
When's the last time you got a haircut? You don't get them anymore?
The guy's so far.
You grew out of it.
Yeah. Because I know eventually I'm not going to have hair. So I'm like, now I'm just like growing it to have fun with it.
I mean, the hair transplant things, they just get like more accessible and more affordable. Would you do that?
I don't know if I would. Because I'm actually, when I do go bald,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm never going to change from that point on. And I don't have to worry about my biggest insecurity.
Yeah.
Like,
Is your hair your biggest insecurity right now?
I would probably, yeah, I wait a little bit, but I can lose weight really quickly. I just get lazy.
Yeah.
So I always
But,
I
even
fluctuate,
that, even
though.
that, like with the semaglutide shit, like they just keep making everything easier. I mean, you have to pay for all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even a thing before. And now it's like, hey, you want to fucking grow your hair back right now? You want to lose weight right now? Like, it's just more and more accessible.
I've like looked into the transplant. I even talked to Christian Boyd, who's like just like openly like, yeah,
like in Denmark.
nobody likes being bald. Don't fucking lie about it. Don't just shave it. You can do something. He didn't sound anything like that.
No, he sounds nothing
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I know.
I
I
like
just
him like that though.
yeah, it sounds cool. But he was telling me about his hair transplant and like he was like a big advocate for it. It hasn't really catch my attention enough where I think I didn't want to go bald in my 20s.
Yeah.
Now I'm in my 30s. I really don't give a fuck. Thankfully, I can grow a good beard.
Yeah.
And I watch a lot of Bald Cafe, which I feel like the day have you ever seen that?
No.
No?
It makes me feel better about myself.
Yo, yeah, it's called Bald Cafe. And I'm pretty sure when I do shave my head, I'll probably have to do that podcast. Because he gets like people on there like tell their story about like their hair, then they shave it live.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you
That's
get that
pretty
fucking so like my brother started going bald way
Would you
before I
tattoo
did.
your head?
No, I don't think so.
It's loud.
Yeah.
That's where you're having some problems.
And my
with
brother and
right
my
now.
dad have really good like shape heads,
Yeah.
which is something I was worried about. But no, I think once I do it, I'm just going to kind of be over it. Like Nick did it and he looked fucking great. I actually liked it better than when he has hair.
Do you regret getting your head tattooed?
No, but I didn't realize how loud it would be.
Like looking back, because you've had the sides done for a minute.
Yeah.
Looking back, would you have just if you could go back, however 10 years ago, would you have just left it at the throat?
No, I don't think so.
So why?
But like what I'm experiencing now is because like obviously every time I'm like getting more work done, I'm bald.
Yeah.
Right. Like Bic, like skinhead, and then I'll come back and I'll like go to the gym or I'll be out with my head, and it's like I'm used to getting stares from like the fucking black arm and the ears. This is like a different thing. Like it's, sometimes you're like, oh, I feel like everyone's looking at me. Like this, you're right. Like literally everyone is like looking at you.
But you think it's the bald head?
No, it's like when the tattoos. It's
When
not
it was-
that bad right now because I
Yeah.
have like a little hair.
No, when it's bald,
it's like-
it's loud.
It's loud as fuck. Bro.
But here's the thing,
I'm
though.
not saying it's like bad. Like some of it's probably like I don't like that. Some of it's like curious, probably like what's his SoundCloud, and like
Yeah.
that kind of
A
stuff.
lot of changes, a lot of progression, and a lot of fun is about to be unveiled to you all.
And it is, like John said, is a huge help if you guys like, comment, subscribe,
Yeah, what the fuck? Why aren't people
hit
doing
the
that?
fucking notification bell.
You guys you can be in there talking shit for all I care.
Yeah,
Just making fun of Alex.
If
Yeah, make
I
fun
could
of it.
wish anything before the podcast moving forward, or you can even go on later episodes, is that people get in the comments and make fun of Alex.
Yeah.
For real, though.
We'll go in there with you.
Like, if you rip him in the comments,
I'll pin it
in
to
a
the
way
top.
that makes me laugh out loud, I could be at home just reading it to myself.
Yeah.
I will literally send you free shit.
Yeah.
Like, if it is very funny, or if you troll him in any way, if you make fake accounts about him, if you cause problems for him in his romantic relationships, like, I will just give you stuff.
Well,
I'll send you whatever you want. I'll draw you stuff. Might even give you a free tattoo appointment.
Let's
send you merch. I'll give you a shout out.
You know,
we will be friends.
Lightly make fun of my weight.
You know,
how I
You're not
look.
if
fat
you
anymore.
Photoshop his face onto different
that would be
things,
fun.
That would be
Fire.
good. That'd be good.
If I will shout you out, I'll be like, I love you for what you did,
Bro, you can appear via Zoom.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you. at
yeah,
least
we can
for a
hash it
couple
out, dude.
minutes.
Yeah, I will. I want to hear your story.
But seriously though, we do want you guys to be more involved. We want we want to build up the community
back.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
We are back.
We're gonna be in there with you, talking shit about Alex.
Let's make fun of all of us. Let's have fun.
Yeah,
Your face is
Alex's
balding.
journey through weight loss.
Yeah.
Our journey.
I think that every time before the podcast, we should get on a scale. All of us.
Yeah, listen, this is what we're gonna do.
Tell him, boy.
John
We
is
have a weigh-in before.
John's
the
already
fucking-
pretty fit. I think Danny and I think we could shape up.
Yeah. Shape down.
So Danny and I, with your guys' help and interaction, Danny and I are going to go on a fitness journey together.
I would also like to start a GoFundMe to shave Fritz's head.
I would also like to start a GoFundMe to shave Fritz's head. So next episode,
I will give the first $1.
me and Danny are going to weigh in.
Can we create a fund for that?
Yeah.
Like, I would
Legally?
like part of the show to be, we offer people to do things for money that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
And we have goals, and as an audience, we can reach those goals together and then film it.
Let's fucking do it. So Fritz's starting price is $3,000 to shave his head.
That's fair.
We'll start a GoFundMe for $3,000. Danny and I will weigh in before next episode on camera.
And I will, everyone that sends in money, I'll send you a piece of Fritz's hair.
Yes, we're selling Fritz.
Yeah.
If you
Gonna
send
be
in enough money, we'll
immortalized.
send you
$1
Fritz. We'll send you Fritz if you send us enough money.
Yeah.
Cool, Fritz?
I guess.
Also, if anyone creates a fake account of Alex with very unappealing pictures of him,
Yes.
I will blow that account up.
John,
I will do collaboration posts with you.
he most likely will. So
Yeah.
let's do it, guys.
Engage.
And that's it. See you next week.
See you next week.
Later.